How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. When we left off, I was just about to get ready with scrapping Sanctuary, and I will do that in this video, but right before that, I'm going to take a brief moment to, I had a commenter let me know that I had missed a safe over here just outside of Sanctuary. So I'm going to take a trip and go and grab that since I missed it, and there could be some useful items in it that if you're like me and haven't fought that Deathclaw yet or haven't even gone to Concord yet, like I hadn't previously, then this could be some really useful early game items for you. And then along with that, there are some items in the lake over there that I'm going to go ahead and make a trip to get because I just haven't done that yet. Now that I have power armor, I can pretty safely traverse the water without getting extremely irradiated. So I will go ahead and show you guys what's down there to find. First things first, here is the safe that I was made aware of. So when you come over here and head to that tower, grab the purified water there and such, or even just come over here to get dog meat from Red Rocket, you can stop behind this rock here and collect a little bit of ammo and some stim packs, or at least that's what's here for me. We'll see. It could be randomly spawned, I'm not entirely sure. And then, so now that I have that, I'm going to head back over to Sanctuary. Change the paint job on my power armor because last time, if you watched my previous episodes or videos, I talked about how the charisma paint from the Vault Tech paint job isn't going to be particularly helpful because I have clothes that are better for boosting my charisma, and you can't get the buff from the clothes while wearing power armor. So I am going to change my power armor paint job just to be more beneficial while wearing the power armor. Especially since we also have this new arm here that we got from the power armor on top of the Museum of Freedom. But let's see here. So it looks like everything's all repaired, which is good. I'm going to look here. Green paint increases luck. Military paint increases strength, but we don't have any nuclear material. Vault Tech's charisma, which is what I've been using so far. Explosive shielding reduces damage from explosives. Titanium plating increases armor health, would require more adhesive than I have currently and a higher level of armorer. Lead plating increases radiation resistance, so I don't have the things for that, but if I was going to do one of these specifically for this trip into the lake or other highly radiated areas, that could be useful. Prism shielding increases energy resistance. Winterized coating increases energy resistance. Aquatic camo improves detection of all pieces painted. Detection with all pieces painted. So that means if all of your pieces are painted, it'll improve detection. I'm not sure what that means. Possibly makes it to where you can detect enemies when they're farther away. Chrome plating increases energy resistance. Out of what we have here, the Hot Rod Flames, which we got from the Hot Rodder magazine at the robotics junkyard that we visited previously, increases agility and doesn't require any materials to do it. So I'm just going to put that on everything I have, or on all of the different armor pieces. Okay, and that looks like that's everything. Now we'll go ahead and hop in the power armor. Actually, first, what I'm going to do, see how effective Radaway is. How much does that get rid of for me? Still got a little bit there. How about one more? Okay, that got rid of pretty much all of it. All of it, it looks like. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take a Rad-X when we get to the water just to be safe, but I don't think it'll be necessary with the power armor. Let's go ahead. Purified water. Or actually, even better, I shouldn't use my purified armor. I have that water spigot nearby. Still hungry. Peckish. Okay, well fed now. Now let's head over to my little spigot here and top off water as well.
Sir, welcome back, sir. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
Okay, so looking better there. Codsworth, do you have some dialogue?
Codsworth.
Sir, welcome back, sir. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
I came across a few people who didn't want to kill me. Not much else.
That's unfortunate. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
Yes, of course.
Lead the way, sir. Not to worry there, pup. Your martyr is in good hands.
Alright, so we'll send Dogmeat back to Red Rocket and have some Codsworth with us for a little bit. I didn't even realize you could get him just after visiting, so that's pretty cool. I thought I'd have to bring back Preston and the rest of the people before he would agree to be a companion. Okay, so we do have some negatives to AP refresh rate because of fatigue. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the power
there isn't
armor.
Someone more suited to all this?
And we're going to head into the lake and start seeing more. I know there's at least 2 trunks there. One that should have a novice lock, so even this early you can make use of it. And then there's a small fishing spot just to the side of the lake as well that'll have some armor pieces we can check out also. And in the bathtub. And then just before I get in the water, let's take a Rad-X. Get a little thirsty. Looks like I did get an illness from being tired, which is crazy. I don't think the herbal anodynes will cure illnesses, which is too bad. They can help to prevent them. Possibly would have been good to take one of those before the Rad-X's and Radaway. Illnesses can be cured by doctors, so if you were at a settlement that has a doctor, you could potentially speak to them. I know one of the most prominent ones would be if you're in Diamond City. There's a big doctor there that can also do cosmetic surgery if you have need to change your character's appearance. But the barber station and cosmetic surgery station or surgery station were added to settlement building options, so we should be able to set that up at any settlement. I don't think that makes it to where a doctor is able to, or where that person is a doctor though, so you can't set that up at any settlement and then have them cure you of illness, to my knowledge. So here's the first trunk or wooden crate, just a few items there. And then the other one that is locked will be in this boat right here. Nothing amazing from the looks of it, but if you come here early and need some starting gear, for example, if you take some early endurance perks, you can potentially get in here without being extremely irradiated from it, and that can really help. Alright, and we are out of the water now. That's more or less everything that I've found down in the lake through searching, though there may be other few small things down in there that you might find. Got some leather armor pieces here, a fishing rod, a few raider pieces and some goggles, and then some bloatfly meat. So, just a few useful items for early in the game here that you can get potentially before doing any of the things I did in the previous episodes. Oh. Got a little dock here with a few more things on it. Looks like just another fishing rod. The Radix is worn off, so it lasted through plenty long enough for me to gather the things that I was aware of, at least. Head on back into Sanctuary here. I'm about to start scrapping everything, but first I'll take stock of the items that I got, throw them in the settlement storage, and do another sleep to save and set it to morning. The leg pieces aren't going to be usable while I'm using the clothing that I am. It prevents leg armor pieces, which is too bad because those look like what I had just picked up. And so leather's pretty good, probably better than Raider. They're pretty similar, but probably better off using leather for energy resistance than Raider. I personally like the wraparound goggles better than the welding goggles. Just aesthetically, they're better. They provide the same benefits. So that's weird. It shouldn't let me use both. Looks like the welding goggles are what are showing still equipped. Yeah, so it should switch them like that. Just looks a little better, in my opinion. I don't know why it looks like it took my helmet off of my power armor. Weird. That has it re-equipped now, though. And you can hit craft on the power armor station to just line up the power armor neatly. See if we got anything else in here. The bloatfly meat. Don't need the blood leaves or glowing fungus on us. It says resist insomnia and weakness. I don't know if that would have affected the lethargy or lethargy. Then ammo. I don't think we need 308 or 38. Obviously keep most of this. I think the rest of this we want. Okay, so there's the items cleared out. I'm going to go ahead and sleep pretty much 24 hours just to get it reset back to morning. We'll go for something like 6 a.m. Is that right? Yeah, okay, so we got almost 7 a.m. And just becoming morning. We're going to have to eat and drink again, which is no big deal. Hi. Might have just heard my cat. He's hanging out here with me, too. Okay. Got everything that we need now. So I'm going to start a time lapse here where I'm just going to be scrapping everything in Sanctuary, and I'll probably come back out of it before I do any kind of building. Alright. Well, I should be coming back out of the time-lapse now. I've gone through, to my knowledge, the entirety of Sanctuary.
My condensator has prepared another canister of water for you.
Hey.
Sir?
Hey, Codsworth.
Here you go.
Nice.
Your thoughts?
C, E flat, and G walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, but we don't serve minors in here." So E flat leaves, while C and G have a fifth between them.
That's all.
All right, then.
I didn't remember Codsworth giving you purified water. That's interesting. But anyway, so I went through what I believe to be the entirety of Sanctuary. I may have missed a few things here or there, but I was pretty thorough. Cleared up all the things. There are some things that I got rid of that I probably didn't have to or didn't need to. I want to go for like just the cleanest look that I can get, getting rid of as much of the junk, as much of the trees, as much of the fences, all that as possible. So I tried to clean up everything. It also gives you the majority or the most resources that it can out of the settlement for you to rebuild with, so that was the goal here. I'm going to do a little bit of building here. I plan on doing a pretty good restoration of Sanctuary, where I rebuild these buildings, redo the floors, the walls, the ceilings, the roofs. But I don't know if I'm going to get into all that right now. But I want to start off just by checking my workstation from all the items that we got from all that scrapping. Because there should be a lot of stuff in here. There were a lot of containers that had items in them still, things like that. So we should be able to look through here and just see what all we got. Flight helmet we got over by our power armor. Dog collar, which didn't look to be better than the bandana I put on dog meat, so there's that. I don't know if you can do wraparound goggles instead of welding goggles on dog meat, but that might be worth doing. The formal hat looked pretty bad. It looked massive for some reason. So there's some armor pieces here, if any of those are needed. Let's see what I have armor-wise right now. So I've got a leather chest piece, leather left arm, leather right arm, and a Vault Boy t-shirt. Now, this Vault Boy t-shirt, like a lot of the other cosmetic clothes that I've got in there, prevent you from putting on leg armor pieces, which is fine because I'm going to be using power armor. But otherwise, you'd want to avoid those for that purpose and use things like the harness because it doesn't. Or I have a few others like Raider leathers, Road leathers, whatever they're called. Yeah, you can see it looks like this is much better defense, and that's because I don't have any leg pieces equipped right now. Long johns would be usable with leg pieces. There's the Raider leathers. You've got the Raider armor pieces too, but in general they're not better than the leather unless they're just a higher tier. There's the Road leathers. They're the best looking clothes, I guess I could say, that provide damage resistance as well as allowing you to use all of the armor pieces. So if you're not doing what I'm doing, I would probably recommend Road leathers plus a full set of leather armor. And helmet-wise, it looked like the hard hat was probably the best out of everything I have so far. You could also use the Vault jumpsuits as under armor for still putting the leather armor and such on top. So we got some food and stuff in here. It does look like we have a new things of antibiotics, which is awesome. I'll use that. We've got various alcohols. So if you were trying to do like I did with the special book and decrease your intelligence so that you could increase it again with the special book, which I'm pretty sure there's an exploit you can do with the conveyor belts to duplicate the special book. I'm not going to be doing any of that personally, but I have seen it, and I'm pretty sure it still works. I don't think it's been patched. There are also resource duplication exploits that you can use to both scrap and store raw materials at the same time and duplicate it. I'm not going to be doing that, but if you're trying to use building as a means of boosting your character up to a really high level before going anywhere, because I've done that before, it's sometimes fun if you just want to do that. It's very tedious, I will say that, but it's fun to play the game with like a really overpowered character every once in a while, if you still want to do it in a means where you can get trophies or achievements and not have mods preventing your game from having those things. So that's doable. It's very doable. There is some pre-war food here, which I want to avoid using if at all possible, but I have spent a lot of time wandering around now, and I had to eat again and sleep and drink If you watch the time lapse, I'm sure I will have left it in, but I slept because there was a rad storm coming, and decided to eat and drink again afterwards because my person was getting very hungry and thirsty. But there is a lot of pre-war food in here now. Very usable if needed. Mentats increase intelligence, so if you know you're going to be building a lot of things in a very short period of time, it can be very helpful to use. I think I'm going to be avoiding it just because of drug addiction and stuff like that I don't want to deal with, but it is definitely an option. I'm going to take the purified water for now. I'll probably put more of it in there because I don't want to carry too much on me, but I want to make sure I have any useful items on me at the moment. Bobby pins, bottle caps, those sorts of things. I should probably take Red Menace over to the Red Rocket. We've got a lot of stuff in the junk section now, but that's really good. That's going to be all of our raw materials for building. Mods are fine to leave in there. We've got ammo. I'll take shotgun shells, 10mm rounds. Is my 45 or 44 snub nose in here? It is. Okay, because I saw the ammo for it in here, and I thought that was unusual. But okay, so there's that. I will come... here, let's go. Let's use that antibiotic, which is so nice that I found another one of those. I'm thirsty again, so we'll head over here. But that keeps me from needing the doctor from my lethargy. And I no longer have the negative effect from the Rad-X or Rad-Away that I took. I went ahead and brought all of the crafting stations over here for now. I'm sure I'm going to move them again, probably into your pre-war house. Might use that as my main home here, despite this not being a main base for me. But, like, to put all of these workstations and stuff in, that's probably what I'll do. Which, if you watch the time-lapse, I did leave a lot of the items like the fridge, because it fits in here so nicely. Left it where it was. Same thing with this oven. Didn't want to remove it. These things aren't removable, so it's just better to leave this here. This door didn't look like I could remove it, or I would have, because I plan on redoing the walls and floor in here, so... same thing with, like, this. I went ahead... There's some nice items. I went ahead and left the bathroom mirror, because the rest of this bathroom wasn't scrappable, so I left it. Moved my bed into the actual bedroom area now that I scrapped everything in here. I did delete Sean's crib. I don't have any interest in keeping it, so that's goodbye. I went through all the other houses. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any of them and got rid of everything. I contemplated whether I wanted to keep, like, the safes or anything like that, but honestly, I would just rather have the freedom to build whatever I want in these houses, because with me reflooring them and stuff, it's going to look weird with something sunk into the floor that I can't move. So I decided it was best to just all around get rid of those things. There was like an advanced safe I could have picked later, but I don't plan on working on lockpicking a lot on this save, so I went ahead and just got rid of it. I think what I'm going to do is use a lot of these garages as storefronts. So I will do walls and floors and ceilings for them as well. And just sneak the stores into those little spots for people to come to. I think that'll be nice. I think maybe not all of the garages, but a lot of them, or some of them, have interior doors. I may make those like the main entrances, or I could just put the entrance next to the storefront. However I decide to do it, but that's what I'm thinking so far. I'm going to build a power station, maybe like a garage or something. I'm going to look at some different things for inspiration before I start building, but back here I'm going to put like a power station for the entire settlement. And then the light poles that were here originally, I'm going to use the same light poles, but working ones, to be my electricity transportation through the settlement. I'm going to spread the light poles around to the max of their distance so that they can be spreading my wires throughout the settlement. I know how to do wireless power. I'll probably do it for a lot of the houses, but I do want power lines going through the settlement just because I think it'll look more realistic, a little bit better.
Yes, well, isn't this all very exciting?
What are you talking about? Is there something trying to kill me? No? Okay. Codsworth got a lot to say. He's also got an attitude. He doesn't like me very much right now. I don't know why. I guess that's just his starting feelings towards you. It said he tolerates me. It doesn't necessarily mean that he likes me very much. Right, so what I'm going to do next is I do want to get levels here before moving on. I would like to get somewhere in the teens, like 13, 14, before heading back to deal with that Deathclaw, and moving on from there to start exploring Concord and its locations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time here building. I'll probably save right here before I do that and look at a few things for inspiration for my building. I know I'll do those power lines throughout. I might start working on fabricating or refurbishing some of these buildings, which will take a while. It'll probably be another time lapse like with the dismantling, but that's what I think I'm going to be doing next. So I'm going to go ahead and save now, just a quick 1 hour sleep, and take a break, and then when I come back, I will work on building.